Two teams that when the history books are referenced, their names populate virtually every page. Winged helmet. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will have the opening possession of the game. Notre Dame shook down thunder from the sky and ripped the Wolverines the last time they met.
Yeah, and it wasn't go blue. They were black and blue. Notre Dame beat the mess out of Michigan. Michigan prides themselves on toughness and physicality. They better answer the bell today.
I really feel like Notre Dame in the last game, they just seized the momentum early, and they were just making plays on both sides of the ball. Let's see if they can do it again.
And they're not on the same page there. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Charles. Catch in the middle, it's Claiborne. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Snap it to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Makes the grab on the left. Tackled there by the defense. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got his man quickly. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Claiborne. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He wants to throw it again. Got him downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys, as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Blasted as he lets it go. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical in the way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that right there.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low. And so those experiences, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
From the gun, the running back has it. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Jordan. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down. He's going for the big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. He'll take it himself. He picks up maybe a couple before he stops right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the 1st down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? The sure hands, it's Claiborne. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Back to pass, it's Charles. Caught. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Wolverines have moved it inside the 20. The give to the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. This has the makings of a good drive. The 7th play brings up a 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fires into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Puts it out of the air. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. Dead center perfect, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Murphy. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish back on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jordan. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Send the tight end in motion. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Tatum. Always quick to make the move, and he's out to the 39. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great place to start for this offense. To the air, it's Charles. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Wants to throw on 1st down. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Sexton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Quickly complete. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So now on comes the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Now the play fake. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Charles. Finds the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete on the right side. He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Got a man. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They're going back to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Looking to throw on 1st down. He makes the grab. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top.
Love the physicality of this set.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. North Carolina has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up 14 over Ohio. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wants to throw. It's Charles. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
It's complete to the left. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, the Michigan-Notre Dame rivalry is among the most bitter in football, and so far today, these two have really butted heads. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that, let's send it back to our guys in the booth to see how the fight between Michigan and Notre Dame plays out.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Irish send out the punt unit. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Flips it out in the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking for a man, it's Charles. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Off the play fake. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Right on the money. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. Hands it off. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
When you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish back on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Got a man, it's Jordan. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Might as well stick with him. Breaks the tackle. Breaks into the open. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. At the 45 on its way. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. That's caught. It's Tatum. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. To the air on 2nd down. Takes the easy completion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. To stop the threat. Ball down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Off play action. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
The give to the single back. Smashes ahead. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Looking downfield, it's Charles. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before he picked up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
From the gun, the ground game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Motion from the back. They'll give it to the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run play action. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UCLA is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Southern California for some time. They're up by 25 over ULM. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. He's got him. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. The play action fake. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Notre Dame lining up for punting away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Back has it. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker. And the Wolverines have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw, it's Charles. Fires left. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference. Defense.
This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. To the air on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The give to the tailback. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Wolverines come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. First and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Bringing the heat. Using the quick game. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. After that last completion, it's second down. Wants to throw it. Caught over the middle, it's Jordan. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll throw on third and short. Looking deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's third and long. Here's a heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Unloads it left. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Back to throw, it's Charles. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They want that clock to run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Second down, they'll go to the air. The quick out. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the gun. And a short run there, and that'll end it. They don't play every year, but when they do, there is just something special about this rivalry, and it is the Wolverines who take down Notre Dame. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.